2026 is here, and we're heading to Tokyo for the first Grand Sumo Tournament of the year. So can newly promoted ozeki Aonishiki keep his momentum going after he captured his first career championship? Or will Hoshoryu finally win his first title as yokozuna? And can former ozeki Asanoyama find success in his return to the top division after falling all the way to Sandame, sumo's third lowest division? I'll break it all down, plus share my predictions, power rankings, and more coming up right now. We start off with a look at the Banzuke, the official Grand Sumo rankings. There are some changes at the very top. Hoshoryu takes over the top overall spot after finishing runner-up in January. Onosato, who withdrew on day 15 with a separated shoulder, falls back to the west position. Koto Zakura remains the top ozeki, and Aonishiki joins him after going 12-3 and beating Hoshoryu for the championship in their playoff match. It took the 21-year-old Ukrainian just 14 tournaments to reach the rank. According to Nikon Sports, it's the fastest anyone's climbed up from Jonokuchi, sumo's lowest division, since the 6 tournaments a year schedule was introduced in 1958. It shattered the previous record of 19, which was set by another European wrestler, the now retired Bulgarian Koto Oshu. He's also the 5th youngest wrestler in the modern era to reach ozeki according to the Japan Times. The other 4? They're all retired yokozuna. Taka Nohana had 22 career yusho, Taiho had 32, Kita no Umi had 24, and Hakuho had 45. Yeah, no pressure, kid. Kirishima returns to the Senyaku after his 11-win performance in November. Takayasu returns to Sekiwake for the first time since July 2021. It's also the 5th straight tournament he's been listed in the Senyaku. Oho will be making his Komusubi debut after getting demoted for his 7-8 record. He skipped Komusubi each of the 2 times he earned a promotion to the Senyaku. And Wakamoto Haru returns to the Senyaku for the first time since last January. First things first, a name change. Hakuoho is now Haku no Fuji. He slipped slightly from Maegashira 1 to Maegashira 3 after going 6-9. Taking his spot at the top of the Maegashira is Ichi Yamamoto. After closing the last tournament on an 8-bout winning streak to finish 11-4, the 32-year-old climbs 7 ranks to reach his career high standing. Opposite him is Yoshino Fuji, who continues his steady climb after a 9-6 mark. Fan favorite Ura keeps rising after his 3rd straight Kashikoshi. Daisho makes his return to the Joy, which is a term coined for the top 16 wrestlers in makuuchi. It's his first appearance in 3 tournaments when he underwent surgery to repair a torn calf. Takanosho tumbles out of the Senyaku to Maegashira 5 after winning just 5 bouts in the last tournament. And Hirada Umi also drops, but only 3 ranks after going 4-11. In the middle of the Maegashira, 20-year-old Fujinokawa jumps from Maegashira 12 to a career-best Maegashira 7 after grabbing 9 wins. Toki Hayate also gets to a career-high Maegashira 10, going up 4 ranks from Maegashira 14. Chiyo Shoma moves up from Maegashira 17 to Maegashira 10 after capturing 10 wins in the last tournament. And Nishiki Fuji goes from Maegashira 11 from Maegashira 15. Dropping down? Oshoma and Shodai dropped 3 ranks apiece after they each finished 4-11. And Abi continues his descent as he falls from Maegashira 7 to Maegashira 12 following his 5-10 record. You know who's not moving? That would be Kinbozan, who's spending his 3rd straight tournament at Maegashira 8 West. It's also the 5th time in 17 tournaments that he had that exact rank. At the bottom of makuuchi, we have 3 newcomers, including 2 making their top division debuts, Asahakuryu and Hatsuyama. Former ozeki Asanoyama returns to the top division after making his 3rd career climb from Sandane. He fell from ozeki in 2021 after he was suspended for a year after the Japan Sumo Association found out he had broken COVID protocols. He climbed back up to makuuchi in 2023, but he suffered knee injuries in 2024 that kept him out until March of 2025. Tobizaru falls from Maegashira 9 to Maegashira 13 after going just 6-9. He hasn't suffered the demotion to Juryo since making his top division debut in September of 2020, and this will be just his third tournament ranked at Maegashira 10 or lower. Now let's jump to my power rankings. If you're new to the channel, I build my rankings by looking at how top division wrestlers performed over the last 3 tournaments, and then I put together a list of who I believe are the top 5 over that span. Leading off in the top spot for the 3rd straight time, and by the way, this is only the 3rd time I've done these rankings, is Onosato. He's 35-10 over the last 3 tournaments with a Yusho and a runner-up finish. He was 11-4 in November, withdrawing on the last day because of a separated shoulder he suffered on day 13 against Aonishiki. Now how much he's recovered from that remains to be seen. When he's healthy, he's a perennial contender. Since his top division debut in January of 2024, he has 5 championships, 2 runner-up finishes, and a 136-44 record. That's a 76% winning percentage. If that shoulder's good, he's contending for the title and should get at least 12 wins. But on my confidence scale, I have him at a 3 out of 5. And if he loses a couple of matches early that he shouldn't normally, I can see him pulling out of the tournament. Next up, the reigning defending champion, Aonishiki. He finally cracked the 11-win ceiling with his 12-win Yusho in November. The last 3 tournaments, he's 34-11 with that championship and a runner-up finish. Any doubts about his talent are gone now. He's firmly established himself as one of the top 3 guys in sumo. He's undefeated against Hoshoryu, and that gap between him and Onosato seems to be shrinking with every passing tournament. And remember, he's just 21. He's years away from reaching his physical prime. A promotion to yokozuna may be more of a question of when rather than if. So what do I expect of him? I feel like he's in the same boat as Onosato, 12 wins and title contention. But coming off of heavier responsibilities in appearances and press conferences after winning his first title and earning a promotion to ozeki, will he be a little fatigued? I'll put him at a 4 out of 5. I'm not too concerned since he's met every challenge presented to him so far, but he may be a bit more tired than usual. Coming in at number 3 is the top seed in the tournament, Hoshoryu. Even though he made an early exit in July, he finished runner-up in each of the last 2 tournaments with heartbreaking losses in the playoffs. He is so close to capturing his first title as a yokozuna, it's palpable. He's gone a full 15 days in 5 of the last 7 tournaments, and in those 5, he's never won fewer than 12. He had a 62-13 record in that span, which is an 83% winning percentage. I feel like he's proven the naysayers wrong about a premature promotion to yokozuna. In those 5 tournaments, 4 runner-up finishes and a trophy. Like Onosato and Aonishiki, I think 12 wins and a title contention is what we should expect from him. And since he's strung together strong back-to-back tournaments and has a monster chip on his shoulder, I'm putting my confidence level at a perfect 5. So, breaking news as I was editing. Sports Hochi reported on Thursday that Hoshoryu is suffering from a torn meniscus that's causing fluid to build up in his left knee. He's going to be competing in the tournament, but he's going to wear a brace around that knee. Remember that 5 I just gave? Let's drop that down to a 2. At number 4 is Yoshino Fuji. He's been steadily climbing the rankings since making his makuuchi debut in July. He has a 28-17 record, 2 technique prizes, and a Fighting Spirit award. Oh, and he simply overpowered Onosato on day 10 of the last tournament to earn his first gold star. He can hang with the big boys. He proved that with wins over Onosato and Aonishiki. In fact, he's 3-0 against the Ukrainian in their short history. He had a strong start in November, going 8-3 and becoming a dark horse for the title before losing 3 of his final 4 matches. Now at Maegashira 1, his level of competition should be a little more difficult than it was in November. He won't be seeing any of those mid-Maegashira fighters early. Instead, he'll have a heavy dose of the Senyaku. All that said, if he can weather that storm, I think 9 wins and the promotion to the Senyaku in March is doable. I put my confidence level at 4 for him. And rounding out the top 5 is Ura. Since July, the 33-year-old fan favorite has 3 straight winning records. It's the first time in his career he's ever done that. He's 26-18-1 during that stretch, which is the best run he's had since re-entering the top division in July of 2021. His sumo hasn't been quite as unorthodox lately, but the straightforwardness has been more effective. Case in point, he was 4-3 against the Sanyaku in November. So will it continue to work? I love watching the guy fight, and I'd love to see him return to the Sanyaku, but 8 wins is about his ceiling here. In the 6 times he's been ranked at Maegashira 2 or higher, he's had winning records just twice, and both times he had 8 and 7 marks. My confidence level of him reaching that is a 2. Now let's take a look at some of my predictions for the tournament and for the year. So will any rookie make a splash in Tokyo? I'll start with Hatsuyama. He spent all of 2025 in Juryo but erupted over the last 3 tournaments with a 30-15 record. But I think he may struggle in his top division debut. He hasn't faced many of his upcoming opponents, but against those who he's taken on who are currently ranked Maegashira 13 or lower, he's gone just 4-9 against them with a winning record against just Ryuden. I feel like it'll be a short stint for him. Now Hakuryu? I think he's one to watch. After winning the Makuuchi Yusho in July, he won the Juryo Yusho in September, and then he followed it up with a 10-5 mark in November. He's my pick to get a winning record and perhaps even reach double-digit wins. Will Koto Zakura return to his 2024 form? Well, if that form is that September's version where he went 8-7, then yes. He finished 8-7 4 times last year while he battled injuries. Until those injuries subside enough for him to become dominant again, I think it's just a status quo with him. Will Aonishiki start his yokozuna run? So I'm going to combine that question with who wins this tournament. With 2 young yokozuna already locked in, I think Aonishiki needs back-to-back championships to earn his rope. A runner-up finish probably won't be enough. That said, I think he's certainly a contender. He's proven that time and time again. But as I said earlier, I feel like he might not have enough in the tank to power his way to another championship. I said Asanoyama is a dark horse contender, and I believe Daieisho is another one. If his calf is finally healed and he's confident, there isn't a better pusher thruster in the division. My pick for the last 2 tournaments, Onosato, is a perennial contender if he's healthy. I have questions about how strong that shoulder is going to be. And my original pick to win it all was Hoshoryu before news broke about his torn meniscus. So my pick to win it all this tournament is Kirishima. He appeared to be much healthier last year than he was in 2024. He had 3 11-win tournaments last year, and he tends to do well in January. In the last 3, he had 11-4 records. So lock it in, he'll get his 3rd career championship, and we'll be talking about another ozeki run. And one final question, who will earn the most makuuchi victories in 2026? My pick is the man who did it last year, and that's Onosato. If he competes in all 15 days in January, I think he'll be well on his way to reach that 70+ mark again. But I don't think the gap between him and 2nd place will be as big this time around. I feel like Aonishiki and Hoshoryu will be right on his heels. And that's my look at the January 2026 Basho. So who do you think is going to emerge as the champion? Leave your pick in the comments below, and if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. I'll have a tournament update on day 10 and a wrap-up after day 15. Plus, I'm working on a couple of things that hopefully will come out sooner than later here. Thanks for watching.